My name is Greg Barrow. I'm the Deputy Director of Communications and Social Media at the United Nations World Food Programme, which is the largest humanitarian organisation in the world. I am really fascinated by the opportunities that an event like this one today at the Reuters headquarters here in London presents. It really is an opportunity for somebody like me to hear what others are doing on the social media front, to really engage at the coalface with peers in other non-governmental organisations, commercial organisations, individuals, all of whom are sort of finding their way through what is available in terms of social media platforms and really sharing their experience of what is most effective. I think at the World Food Programme we realised not too long ago that really, far from being a kind of accessory to everything we have to do, social media really needs to be the engine that drives our communications vehicle. We use it to reach huge audiences. Our Twitter following alone at the moment is over 200,000, which is more or less the size of a reasonable national newspaper in terms of readership. So reaching that amount of people on a daily basis, several times a day, is an incredible opportunity for us. Our Facebook page is over 100,000. So we have people who follow us, people who are perhaps supporters of the cause that WFP is involved in, feeding hungry people, but also potentially donors as well, individuals who may on a regular basis pay money into our bank account, allowing us to feed more hungry people around the world. These are great opportunities, and I think where we are at the moment is a point where we're still sort of discovering the full potential of social media, but realising the extent to which we need to integrate it with the more traditional tools that we already have. Outreach through television programs, radio programs, newspapers, how we utilise technological tools such as the smartphones that are available to almost everyone these days. We've moved beyond the days where if an individual wants to gather content, they have to travel with a video camera, a stills camera, a voice recording device. They can now carry all of those things in an item that fits in one of their pockets, and seeing how we can really effectively use this. I've noted one thing today which has surprised me a little bit, a great deal of scepticism. I think often when I come to these kinds of environments you feel sort of overwhelmed by the enthusiasm for what social media is offering, and maybe this is a phase we're going through now, that people are stepping back and asking more questions about whether it really is something that's going to change the world. I think the moment isn't there to become too sceptical about it, and I think we should remind ourselves of how much we have taken on in the recent years, and ask ourselves where would we be if we didn't have Twitter, if we didn't have Facebook, if we couldn't communicate via sort of SMS messages on our phones. How much would this limit our outreach? And I think if we ask ourselves that question, we realise that that's a world where the opportunities are much narrower. So I think let's focus on the potential rather than becoming too sceptical about this at this moment in time. The potential is still huge, and I think we still have to learn a great deal more. So listening is a key part, and engaging and exchanging ideas is a key part of what we do as we go forward.